जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे,
दुखियों की दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे।
तू चाहे तो सब कुछ करनी, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ करे,
विष को भी अमृत कर दे।
पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान करे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे।
दुखियों की दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय,
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय,
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय,
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय।
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय,
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय,
ओ राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय,
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय,
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमण गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय,
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय,
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय,
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय।
हरि गोविंद जय हरि गोपाल जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय।
प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की जय। As we begin now in preparation for formal service, for those of us joining us, we didn't start service without you. We were just singing till you came. We were trying to keep the rain away. Hari Om Tat Sat Mangal. So I'll ask that we all now stand together as we do the opening prayers to begin this morning's service. गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपितजम्बूफलचारुभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। ॐ वक्रतुण्डाय हुं श्रीगणेशाय सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम श्री गौरी दिव्ये नमः। त्रयंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दनाय मृत्योर्मोक्ष्यमामृताय। हर नम पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव। We pay obeisance to our gurus. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha। Vasudeva Sutam Devam कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ॐ सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमो नमः। प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की जय, श्री गणेश भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। प्लीज टेक योर सीट्स कंफर्टेबली। गणेश जी भगवान।
जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय। जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय। गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे। जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय। लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे, हणिमणि मुकुट नयन रत्नारे। लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे, हणिमणि मुकुट नयन रत्नारे। गजमणि माल गले विच सोहे, गजमणि माल गले विच सोहे। भाल लाल में चंद्र फलाले, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे। जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय। मोदक लेत देत जननी, जब ठुमक चलत नूपुर जनकारे। मोदक लेत देत जननी, जब ठुमक चलत विघ्न विनाशनहारी गणपति विघ्न विनाशनहारी जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय जय।
प्रेम से बोलो श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। Sitaram to everyone who has joined with us today. Thank you so much for coming out in your numbers in this type of weather. Many people would have thought it easier to just be at home and look on, but you have chosen to come and to join with us in puja and satsang this morning, dedicating everything to the feet of the Lord. We will now sing the Hanumanji Chalisa, and may God bless each and every one as we continue to have the strength, the knowledge, the wisdom, all guided by the feet of Hanumanji to that divine feet of Sri Ram.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार वरनो रघुवर बिमल जसु जो दायक फल चार बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजै कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजै शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया बोल जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम प्रिय भरत सम भाई बोल जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे संकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद शारद सहित अहिसा यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि गोविंद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राज पर जी। हे जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान, जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान। तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेल मुख माही, जलधि लांघ गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे दे। हे जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान, जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपै, तीनों लोक हाथ के कांपै। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुना। बोलो जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान, जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान। नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, साधु अमित जीवन पल पा। बोलो जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान, जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान। चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुआरे। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दास। जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान, जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, चाह जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा। जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान, जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूतहि बंध महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साथी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि झेरा, जय नाथ हृदय महादेव। हे जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान, जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान। पवन तनय संकट हरना, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। बोलो जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान। हनुमान राम भक्त जय जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान।
प्रेम से बोलो श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। I'll ask now that we all sit upright as we do the Gita Dhyanam. Do we have any children from the children's class other than Isha? Come, Biti, you can come sit here with us. I see a little girl here. Let her come. Come, Iti. In front. Yes, you right there. Come. Come sit with us. Come sit here in front. Come, son. You could come and sit with us too. Come have a seat. Okay, so we're looking at the screen over there because we're going to put up the words there so we can sing along, all right? We focus on Krishna Bhagwan and we recite the words from the Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya प्रतिबोधितां भगवतां नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवती अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवे द्वेषिणी नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फूलारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रः येन त्वया भारततैल्यपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्व उपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु श्रीकृष्णं 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 वन्दे जगद्गुरु कृष्णं वन्दे Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Oh Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की जय। ओ हो प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की जय। भगवान श्री गोविंदाय नमः। So today, as we have been doing, we will continue reading from the Bhagavad Gita. And today our main Shrota, Ravi ji, I will invite you to come to take us through at chapter 5, verses 10 going on to 20. Is that where we were? So the Bhagavad Gitas are at the end of the chair, of the benches. Please collect one, touch to your forehead, and then open to chapter 5, and we will start from 10. Uncle, can you pass us a Bhagavad Gita here for the children here too? So you will just read along with us, all right? Take your Bhagavad Gita, touch it to your forehead. All right, we ready? Everybody is ready? We'll all read along together, led by Bhai.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He who acts offering all actions to God and shaking off attachment remains untouched by sin as the lotus leaf by water. The karma yogis perform action only with their senses, mind, intellect, and body as well, without the feeling of mine, in respect of them, and shaking off attachment simply for the sake of self-purification. Offering the fruit of actions to God, the karma yogi attains everlasting peace in the form of God realization, whereas he who works with a selfish motive, being attached to the fruit of actions through desire, gets tied down. The self-controlled Sankhya yogi, doing nothing himself and getting nothing done by others, rests happily in God, the embodiment of truth, knowledge, and bliss, mentally relegating all actions to the mansion of 9 gates, the body with 9 openings. God determines neither the doership nor the doings of men, nor even their contact with the fruit of actions, but it is nature alone that does all this. The omnipresent God does not partake the virtue of sin of anyone. Knowledge is enveloped by ignorance. Hence, it is that beings are constantly falling a prey to delusion. In the case, however, of those whose said ignorance has been destroyed by true knowledge of God, that wisdom shining like the sun reveals the Supreme. Those whose mind and intellect are wholly merged in Him, who remain constantly established in the identity with Him, and have finally become one with Him, their sins being wiped out by wisdom, reach the supreme goal whence there is no return. The wise look with equanimity on all, whether it be a Brahmana endowed with learning and humility, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a pariah too. Even here is the mortal plane conquered by those whose mind is established in equanimity, since the Absolute is untouched by evil and is the same to all. Hence they are established in Paramatma. He who, with firm intellect and free from doubt, rejoices not on obtaining what is pleasant, and does not feel perturbed on meeting with the unpleasant, that knower of Brahm lives eternally in the identity with Brahm.
Thank you very much, Bhai. Govind bolo Hari Gopal bolo. Govind bolo Hari Radha Ramana Hari Govind bolo Radha Ramana
गोविंद बोलो
Govind bolo Hari Gopal bolo
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
Govind bolo Hari
बोलो
Govind bolo Hari Gopal Radha Ramana Hari Govind bolo
राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो
Radha Ramana Hari Govind bolo
राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो
प्रेम से बोलो श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की जय. As we've said before, our recitation of the Bhagavad Gita in the ways that we do it on a Sunday allows us to just touch our feet into those holy book, in that holy book. And if we want to delve deeper, Anil ji is here. He takes us much deeper in the classes, so you're free to join in with him as he analyzes the shloks in greater detail. Now I would invite everyone to sit upright, focus on Krishna Bhagwan as best as possible. If instead you would like to look at Mataji, Shivji Bhagwan, Ganeshji, it is up to you. We will do a few moments of meditation before we proceed. Children, you look at Krishna Bhagwan. Where's Isha? She's gone? Oh. So you look at Krishna Bhagwan, you see him there. What color is his dhoti? Yeah, excellent. So you will look at it, and as we go through it, you keep focusing on him and paying all attention on Krishna Bhagwan. Prabhu, we come before you today. We focus our mind and our heart on your divine feet. As we close our eyes and we picture you in our mind, we remember your dhoti flowing as it does. Beautiful pleats falling perfectly and imperfectly. We move our gaze up to your stomach and up to your chest. And we look at your hands as they hold the bansuri in it, playing that beautiful sound, calling us, come, come, come to me. We look at your smile and your eyes, those loving eyes filled with love for me and for you and for all around us. And we see your crown with the peacock feather on the top, fluttering in the wind. Prabhu, we are rooted in you. We are dedicated to you. We are in love with you. As we come down back to your hands, we imagine those hands stroking our hair, running your fingers through our hair and lifting us up, looking after all of us. And our gaze comes back down your dhoti to your feet, and we rest there for a while. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते 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 वासुदेव। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। सच अ रेनी डे। प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की जय। भगवान, do we have children's class? So now I'll invite the children to go down to we have a class downstairs. You could join together. They tell stories, and so you could go along with our teacher. And then, so you go down to son? Okay, very good. We'll just sing just a few lines of this bhajan. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Atma Rama Ananda
रमणा
Achyut Keshav Hari Narayan.
अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण
Atma Rama Ananda Ramana.
आत्मा रामानन्द रमणा
Achyut Keshav Hari Narayan.
अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण
भव भय हरना वंदित चरना. भय हरना वंदित चरना. भव भय हरना वंदित चरना.
भय हरना वंदित चरणा
रघुकुल भूषण राजीव लोचन.
रघुकुल भूषण राजीव लोचन
आत्मा रामा आनंद रमणा.
आत्मा रामानन्द रमणा
आत्मा रामा आनंद रमणा.
आत्मा रामानन्द रमणा
अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण.
अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण
अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण.
अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण
प्रेम से बोलो श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की. सियापति रामचंद्र की. ओ wake up with me now. श्री सीता रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री राम. सर्व उपनिषदो गावो Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha. That part of the Dhyanam tells us that all of the Upanishads are like the cow, and the milkman, the person milking it, is Krishna Bhagwan. So it tells us that the Bhagavad Gita extracts aspects of teachings from the Upanishads. And anybody can tell me how many Upanishads there are? That is homework for everybody. So we need to get that. Auntie G, you want to say? So we have Upanishads, and they form part of the teachings. And today I want to take you to one, and I want to read it in English, not the Sanskrit because of time. It goes like this. And therefore, now in trusting, when a man thinks he's about to die, he says to his son, Tvam Brahma, Tvam Yagyaha, Tvam Loka iti. You are Brahman. You are the Yajna, and you are the world. And the son replies, I am Brahman, I am Yajna, and I am the world. And the father thinks, whatever one studies becomes Brahman. Whatever sacrifices and puja you do are unified in that word of Yajna. And whatever words there are all unified. Whatever words there are, whichever word you exist in, whether it is in your unhappiness world, whether it is in your happy world, whether it is in your work world, whether it is in your home world, all of those worlds belong to you, and those become your world. And all of the duties of a householder are like this. And he who hears these things and performs these things will always be protected. So he says, a father teaches a son. And when a father who knows above leaves, he leaves in his son, together with the organ of speech, the mind, and the vital force, all of these teachings. The word used is putra, but also the male includes the female, and putra includes the word putri as well, son and daughter. And just for your benefit, putra means he or she who is going to remove me from difficulty and save me from suffering. So that is who our children are. It's a heavy weight to place on the shoulders of children. But the duty starts with the father and the mother. Because if we teach them nothing, then they have nothing to continue. And if we say nothing to them about what is right and what is not right, then they will not have that gift. And I sometimes look at people in this world. There's so many people who may come from broken homes, a single mother, a single father. To the extent now we recognize as a Single Fathers Association in Trinidad and Tobago. Because single fathers also have feelings. You know, we always say that mother is everything. Matri Devo Bhava. Right after that is Pitri Devo Bhava. That father is also like Devata. And sometimes we as fathers forget our duties. And when we sometimes become separated from the family unit, we feel even worse. That the teaching doesn't have to come. All I have to do is spoil, spoil, spoil. Treat, treat, treat. Have fun, have fun, have fun. Which is important. But importantly, is what is the legacy we are teaching to our children? What are we giving to them? And I'm saying this thinking of Father's Day next week. Because when we come next week Sunday and Pandit is here and he will be speaking about Father's Day, he will speak about many things, I'm pretty sure. Today I want to focus on the knowledge aspect. What is knowledge? What is education? I have a very interesting definition here that I want to share with you. It comes from the Bhagavad Gita, but I like how it is put, so I want to share it with you in this manner. The writer writes, education can be understood, knowledge can be interpreted as those four subjects, according to the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, that state when a human being is free from lust, anger, and knowledge is the state of attainment of knowledge and wisdom. That state, this comes from chapter 2, verse 56 of the Bhagavad Gita. That state, when a person is free from lust, anger, and fear, is a state of knowledge and wisdom. How does maths and physics and chemistry, geography fit into all of those things? If Krishna Bhagwan is telling us that is what knowledge is, then how do these other things fit into our children's lives? When I think about it, and it is not, I want to put everything into context. When I think about it, we as children growing up spend years and years and hours on school. And years and years and hours, we go to school from 8 to 2:30, 3 o'clock. Then we have lessons after. Then we have homework when we go home. How many follow the Taittiriya Upanishad, which says, Satyam vada, dharmam chara, swadhyayan pramadaha, which means to pick up a Bhagavad Gita or a Ramayana.
बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो
बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो.
How do we reach to a stage of freedom from lust, from a freedom from anger, and from freedom from fear? This very same Upanishad tells us how. It's wonderful to read. But going to school, very important, because that is what establishes our life, how we are going to earn our income, how we are going to achieve things in further on, how we are going to achieve all of our goals, how we are going to get money to do puja, how we are going to get money to do the second aspect of what was spoken about, yajna. So those are the means to get to that place. But it is important, it is something I spoke about last week, that those things, important as they are, and underlined in red, is not knowledge and wisdom. It is information to get us to a certain path. But knowledge and wisdom, as we learned on Wednesday, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए comes from God. That realization can only come from God. So, for us who are fathers, I don't know how many people are fathers. I am one. You are one, uncle. Your son is here. There are others who may be here. Anil is here. So many fathers that are here. The fact that you are here means that you recognize the duty that you have as a father to bring your children up in the manner in which you are. Anil might say it's the mom who is doing them and teaching them the songs. I don't know. But if one doesn't have a conducive home where one can do these things together as a family, then no matter how much one will want, if the other is not also, then what happens? The important aspect, however, is teaching the children what is important. The Upanishads, Sarva Upanishado Gavo, Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha. If Krishna Bhagwan is milking from the Upanishads, then he is saying that the Upanishads are important. So if this is a teaching from the Upanishads, by inference and extension, what is being said here is also important. So we have to consider Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehumahi Harahu Kale Savikar. When we sing the Hanumanji Chalisa, what is the knowledge we're asking for? What is the education that I'm asking for? Yes, all of the qualifications to get us to that point. But it gets us to a point, and that's as far as you can go. I don't mean to demean it, but I just want to make it clear. When you go before Bhagwan, you think he checks to see how much O levels and E levels you have? He checks to see how many degrees you have. He checks to see how your heart is. What have you done with all of that? How have you helped communities? And if the father doesn't show the son, or if the father doesn't show the daughter, that this is how one uses your knowledge, to share it with the community, as Anilji is doing, sharing his knowledge with the community, then what is the legacy that one leaves? When I was thinking about this morning, I think, when parents pass on, people fight for the things like the gold bearer. They will fight for the things like the car and the piece of land. Probably important. But you never see them fighting for their Ramayana. You never see them fighting for that knowledge and the Bhajan book. Those are the important things that helps a person to be able to deal with the world. We can deal with problems and solve problems, a physics problem, a chemistry problem, and solve it probably. But how does that help me with my married life? How does that help me with my children? How does that help me with my relationship with my wife, or my husband, or my father, my mother, my siblings? Those are the things, that's when true knowledge comes in. That's where true wisdom comes in. That is what he is speaking about. So, what we fight for sometimes, for the right for these sort of material and things that are out there, we have to know that what is important is what is inside. And if the father doesn't instill that, then we are failing as fathers. Whether you are together in a unit, or as the reality is, a single parent sometimes. And our books, I have to tell you, are replete with examples of single parents. One of the first single parent was, anybody can assist me? I'm hearing a name somewhere. Sita Mata. She grew up her 2 sons by herself. And the bitterness that they had came forward when they came to fight their father. Many others, there are many, many others. Another one from the Mahabharata. Anybody can think of one from the Mahabharata? Kunti Devi. She brought up the Pandavas by herself. Single mother. Think of a single father. Can you think of any? There are not that many, but there are. One that comes straight to mind is Rishi Kanva. Now, those of you who have Netflix, you will see, or is it on Netflix or Prime? I'm not sure. There's a movie called Shakuntalam. It's a South Indian movie. It tells the story of Shakuntala Devi. She was abandoned by her parents. Her father was Vishwamitra Mahamuni. Her mother was an Apsara. The Apsara went back to heaven and said, I can't take any child, human child with me, and left Shakuntala Devi. And she was found in a tree. When you look at the movie, you will see it. And the Rishi, who had given up living a life of brahmacharya, brought up Shakuntala Devi by himself in his ashram, teaching her the noble things. You know who her son was? Her son was so great that the entirety of India was named after him, Bharat. So India's name is Bharatvarsh, the land of Bharat. Who is Bharat's mother? Shakuntala Devi. So who was his adopted Aja? Nana, sorry? And a single father. The thing is, therefore, what I'm saying to you, and to not only to you who are here, but people who are outside, sometimes we feel we are by ourselves and we just have to live in a particular way and we have to treat the children a particular way. Remember what is important in life. What is important in life? Knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is being able to take away fear, lust, and anger. And if you think about it, a lot of what we go through, the difficulties that we have, emanate from fear, lust, and anger. Think about it. Problems that we have, we get into problems with other people, fear, lust, and anger. And if we can solve those things, life becomes smoother. Where do we get the wisdom? From coming here as you've done. So this very short message, I want to leave with you, to know that fathers, whoever you are, wherever you are, your duty is an important one, to look after your children and to lead them down the right knowledge, because children will get a lot of information, lots of information, and don't know what to do with it. I get a lot of information, sometimes I don't know what to do with it. So I keep saving it in here and saving it in there, and I'll read it at some point in time. Never get to read it. But it's a lot of information to process. How do you put it together so that you can get the wisdom and knowledge to move away from fear, lust, and anger? Going to school, going to university helps you to reach to that stage where you can be able to live a life, provide for your family, and do puja, invite people, have a yaj. That is the purpose of going through and having your job, being able to live your life comfortably, not in poverty. That is one of the aims of Sanatan Dharma. I've spoken about it a couple years ago. But once you get to there, then what? Then you have to make sure that we arm our children with the ability to take the next step. And if we don't know it ourselves, and I'm glad that so many people are here, because it means that we are hungry for it. If we don't know it ourselves, we have nothing to give to anybody else. Imagine they come at the end and we close our eyes and open the will and we say, okay, my executor is X, Y, and Z, and I have nothing to give anybody. It's like that. If we have no knowledge, if we have nothing, no tradition, we have no culture, we have no manner to teach our children in anything, then we leave them empty. And they too will lead an empty life. And we wouldn't like that. That's why they become, as we says, putra and putri. Because with the knowledge that we are able to give to them, they can continue the work that we do. And that is how it is. You would see so many people, that's what happens. The mother or father passes on, the children continue the work. And those come from that sort of tradition, starting from the Upanishads. So this is the message I want to leave for all fathers out there. To recognize what is important and to teach your children what is important. And if we are not sure ourselves, then we have to learn it. And then we can teach and give them something. Because if we don't give them anything, then what one does, why have we brought them here? Why have we gone through all of these years if we don't give them that knowledge and wisdom? We don't want them lost in the world after we go. We want them to know that Sanatan Dharma will protect them if they have this sort of knowledge that we are able to share with them. So with those few words, thank you very much. I want to again welcome everybody who has come, those new faces that are here, who've braved coming from San Francisco, Felicity, and other places as well. And now, as we continue now with bhajans and chants, I will ask those of you who have come and would like to do arti and so on, come up as we've done in the past, and do puja as we've done together. Prem se bol Shri Govinda Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Bhajan.
Sitaram, we invite at this time Sri Raviji to serenade us this morning. He did puja, and I understand he'll be singing 2 bhajans for us.
दस मास रहे जब गर्भई में, तब ही प्रभु से तुम कौन किया। मैं बाहर हो हरि भक्त करो, तेहि कारण लोक भये दुखिया। इस आई जगत में भूल गयो, तेहि कारण लोक भये दुखिया। कभी दीहल है मन चित न करो, अजुराम सिया तुम जन मलिया। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। देहिया रथवा में इंद्रियन पहिया,
देहिया रथवा में इंद्रियन पहिया,
देहिया रथवा में इंद्रियन पहिया। भव के पंथ चली, भव के पंथ चली, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय। पाप निशी में जीवन निंदिया, पाप निशी में जीवन निंदिया। भजन की भोर भई, भजन की भोर भई, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। जागृत स्वप्न सुषुप्ति तुरिया, जागृत स्वप्न सुषुप्ति तुरिया। जीतो तब राम मिले, जीतो तब राम मिले, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। वेद पुराण शास्त्र बहु व्यंजन,
वेद पुराण शास्त्र बहु व्यंजन,
वेद पुराण शास्त्र बहु व्यंजन। पाकर बंजा बली, पाकर बंजा बली, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब होय, अंदेश वाला की रहे। सर्वमंगलमंगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमस्तुते धन जग जननी भवानी धन जग जननी भवानी धन जग जननी भवानी धन जग जननी भवानी माई भवानी हो माई अचल वरदानी धन जग जननी भवानी धन जग जननी भवानी दुर्गा भवानी माई भवानी हो माई अचल वरदानी धन जग जननी भवानी जगमग 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 ज्योति विराजे ज्योति विराजे ज्योति विराज जगमग जगमग ज्योति विराजे ज्योति विराजे ज्योति विराज तेज प्रताप निधानी तेज प्रताप निधानी माई निधानी हो माई अचल वरदानी धन जग जननी भवानी धन जग जननी भवानी माई भवानी हो माई अचल वरदानी धन जग जननी भवानी दुख हरनी सया दुख हरनी रामा दुख हरनी दुख हरनी सुख संपत्ति भरनी संपत्ति भरनी संपत्ति भरनी दुख हरनी सुख संपत्ति भरनी संपत्ति भरनी संपत्ति भरनी सदा करत कल्याणी सकल करत कल्याणी माई कल्याणी हो माई अचल वरदानी धन जग जननी भवानी धन जग जननी भवानी माई भवानी हो माई अचल वरदानी धन जग जननी भवानी महिमा गमा अपार तुम्हारो जग जननी भवानी हो माई अचल वरदानी धन जग जननी भवानी।
I would like to dedicate this next bhajan to little Shambhu, who is 5 years old today. So happy birthday, Shambhu. बापा मोरया रे, बापा मोरया रे, मोरया रे, बापा मोरया रे। हे गणनायक सिद्धि विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया। हे गणनायक सिद्धि विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया। बुद्धि प्रदायक बन्नो सहायक गणपति बापा मोरया। बुद्धि प्रदायक बन्नो सहायक गणपति बापा मोरया। बापा मोरया रे, बापा मोरया रे, मोरया रे, बापा मोरया रे। प्रथम देव सब तुमको माने, प्रथम है आरती तेरी। प्रथम करे जग वंदन तेरा, प्रथम है पूजा तेरी। प्रथम देव सब तुमको माने, प्रथम है आरती तेरी। प्रथम करे जग वंदन तेरा, प्रथम है पूजा तेरी। रिद्धि सिद्धिदायक विघ्न विनाशक गणपति बापा मोरया। बुद्धि प्रदायक बन्नो सहायक गणपति बापा मोरया। बापा मोरया रे, बापा मोरया रे, मोरया रे, बापा मोरया रे।
सवारी उमा पुत्र गणराज विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया बुद्धि प्रदायक बन्नो सहायक गणपति बापा मोरया बाबा मोरया रे बाबा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाबा मोरया रे हे गणनायक सिद्धि विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया बुद्धि प्रदायक बन्नो सहायक गणपति बापा मोरया बापा मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे 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 बापा मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे
Announcements, please.
Sitaram, dear devotees, it's a pleasure to see so many of you here this morning. I was pleasantly surprised exactly at 8:30 when I walked in. The mandir was half filled already with this weather, you know. So I think I would like to congratulate the family who did puja this morning. Give them a round of applause. They brought all their families together and they came very, very early, all the way from San Francisco. So again, we'd like to give you a very warm and cordial welcome. We'd like to thank Pandit Justice Devendra Maharaj for conducting this morning service and his normal human service to the mandir. Thank you, Pandit. And also the guys at the back who come very early and set up the system to stream live. We'd like to thank you all, and also our group who did some wonderful renditions this morning. On behalf of the Sri Sevak Sabha, we'd like to thank everyone who assisted in celebrating their grand occasion, Wednesday gone 70th anniversary. Let's give them a round of applause again. These very hard-working members of the mandir, and we'd like to congratulate them and wish them all the best in their way forward. Oh, we're going to birthdays just now. So, as usual, anyone who'd like to give donations to the mandir, we always welcome these donations because they assist us in the running of the mandir, and they go a long way, to pay all the bills and so on. So we thank you in advance. And for those who want to contribute, the stream and on live, you can see the bank account numbers and so on that you can make your donations to the mandir. Right, and we come to the birthdays now. So today we like to congratulate young Shambhu, 5 years old. Wow, and he's so handsome, sitting by his dad. Well, I saw a little clip at the birthday party at school, and had a lot of fun. Sajana and Shambhu and the rest of them. So today I know will be a special day for the family, and we want to wish Shambhu all the best in his new school. Next term, he's going to a big school. And son, we wish you all the best. Okay, as usual, we have yoga classes on a Monday, right in the annex here, conducted by our chairman. At 5:30, we'd like you to join. It's very, very good indeed. I have to join back at some point. At this point, we'd also like to thank Ravi for his wonderful reading this morning and Bhajans. Yeah, and his drama. Very nice. I have known this family for a very, very long time, and it's only when I came this morning and I look around, I've seen some familiar faces. But today is a very special day for the family, sad, but still they are celebrating the life and the passing of their dear son, Raj, who sadly passed away 4 years ago on a family trip to Maracas Bay. It was very unfortunate, and he drowned. I remember it very, very clearly, like yesterday. I know his parents very well, and Sabnarayan and Annie. They invite me to all their satsangs at the home, but I couldn't make some of them. I am very close to the family, and I share their grief. And today they are sharing with us, remembering him with all these wonderful bhajans and puja. We pray the Lord Krishna to bless his soul. And we'd like to join with the family in this celebration for such a wonderful boy. He was only 29 years old and a very, very wonderful person, if you all know him. And we'd like to wish the family all the best and hope that Lord Krishna will bless them and during this time and continue to move on with their lives. A very, very wonderful family indeed. So thank you all for coming and celebrating with Krishna Mandir. And we look forward for you all joining us in the future. Okay, so at this point we will conclude and we'll pass the Panditji to final right, puja and bhajan.
Prem
Arati.
se bolo Shri Govinda Krishna Bhagwan ki jai. May we all stand together as we do the Purnahuti and then we'll do Arti. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute. Om into the center, into the side. Archman around 3 times. Arti.
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे
3 times.
स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ॐ जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा
Om Prabhu, we've had a chance to come to do puja today. We've gone through the entire night with rain, thunder, lightning, as if to remind us that our place is here by your side. We will have no fear. Once we are with you, Bhagwan, we know that you will continue to look after us. You will continue to inspire us and fill us with your love and devotion always. We ask you, Prabhu, if in any way we've made mistakes this morning, please forgive us. Please guide and protect us always. Because you are my mother, you are my father, you are my family, you are my friend, knowledge, wealth, everything. I come to you, Bhagwan, with my heart, my soul, my entire body open to receive your love. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva Tvameva bandhuscha sakha Tvameva Tvameva vidya dravinam Tvameva Tvameva sarvam Mama deva deva Tvameva sarvam Mama deva deva Om mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam satjanardanam Paripurnam tarasmai Om Shri Govindaya namo namaha Om namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की, श्री गणेश भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, वृंदावन विहारी लाल की जय, महादुर्गा देवी माता की जय, महासरस्वती महालक्ष्मी माता की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की, सर्वदेव सर्वदेवी की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, सदगुरु की धन्यवाद। जय जय सीताराम। सीताराम सब कोई। Have a wonderful week. May God bless you always. Keep you strong, healthy and safe always.
बार बार ऋण